Good morning, everyone. Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room for the last time this week. Well, I'll still be in my craft room, but I will be alone in my craft room because I'm not going to be doing any more videos this week. So I'm just logging in on my computer to make sure everything is oriented properly. Let's see. Need to move this over a bit because it looks a little lopsided. There, that's straight now. We'll just go. I just want to make it easier for you guys to see. There we go. Oh, that's better. That's better. Okie dokie, hokey pokey. Get things straight here. So, good morning, good morning, good morning. What are we doing today? Well, I'm going to make a recessed panel card. And what is a recessed panel card? So I did kind of a mock-up to see if my measurements would work. So this is it. So don't forget about my ordering special. Place an order of $75 or more before Sunday night, April the 12th at 6 o'clock, and I will send you the Peaceful Poppies elements that we used on yesterday's card. So here's yesterday's card. So the Peaceful Poppy elements, I'll send you a package of those for free from me, as long as you use the host code. Or if your order's over 200, don't use your host code because you get Stampin' Rewards, and I'd hate you to miss them. So, my apologies for the cough. That's the special, but Sunday night, $75 or more, free stuff from me. Okay, just waiting to see if anybody's going to pop on with me this morning. I'm sure there'll be people showing up. So a recessed panel card looks like this. I've still got my designer paper long because I didn't want to cut it off. Oh my goodness, take a drink. I don't know why that always happens. So you start out with a full panel of Whisper White, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4. And I have chosen to use the thick Whisper White because I think at some point I might want to pop it up, and it's just easier to pop up when it's thick Whisper White. And then you cut a triangle in there. So where's the piece I cut out? Of course I threw everything away. Hang on. Oh, I don't know where it is. I'm not going to spend the time looking for it now. It's in here somewhere. Okay, so you cut a triangle out, and then you layer it with an matching coloring coordinating cardstock, and then put a piece of designer paper underneath it, and then decorate it on the front. So I'm going to just remove my designer paper. So here's the full panel, and this is the part that I cut. So this is not exact science, and you don't have to do any measurements at all. Just cut a hunk out of it and let fly. I'm going to do measurements just so you have something from me, so it will work a little bit better. So I'm going to take my ruler and my pencil, and I'm going to measure down from the top at 1 inch and 1 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to measure up from the bottom 2 inches. There we are. So that's all the measuring you need to do. Just easy like that. Oh yeah, I'm going to get my paper trimmer, which I neglected to get out, but it's right here. Okay, one paper trimmer. So I'm going to line up the top mark and the 2-inch mark, and I'm going to cut from there to there. So you put that mark on in your cutting groove, and you put that mark in your cutting groove. Then you need to get the embossing blade out of the way. And if it moves, it's not a big deal because, like I said, this is not exact science. So there we have one cut. Now I'm going to line that mark up, and you can go right down to the tip like that. I'm going to just go up a little bit. So that one there and that one there, and cut it. There, so now we have main cuts done. I'll get it right. So here you go. That's what it started out looking like. And there's the piece we cut out. Now, I think I need to emboss this. I really want to emboss it with the Coastal Weave embossing folder. And I'm going to see if we could probably do both of them at the same time. Just make sure when you're doing this you don't go too close to the top, because if you do, there's a void up there and you won't get embossing on the top part of your cardstock. It's got to move. Oh, you know what I didn't do is put my phone on Do Not Disturb. That could be an issue if I get a phone call. All right, so I'm going to put it on my platform. And this is the new style, so it requires the blue cutting plate, or blue plate that is for embossing. And you always put your embossing folders through hinge first if you can. If you're doing it sideways, then you can't, but if you're doing it, putting it through your machine this way, you always put your hinge first. Alrighty, so there's our embossed panels. Put that to the side. So I'm going to use the Timeless Tropical bundle, which is the Timeless Tropical stamp set, and in the Tropics Dies. We're going to use this flower, and then also going to use the Tropical Chic from the annual catalog. I want to use this stamped image, and then the Tropical Chic dies. I'm going to use the die that looks like this and the die that looks like that, and then I want to use one of these ornate borders, and instead of having just a flat or a straight cut there, I want to see if we can do a little bit of an ornate border. And I may have to cut a little bit more off and make the spot in between a little bit wider to do that. And this is the Coastal Weave embossing folder that we did the embossing with. Now somewhere I've got my dies out here. I don't know where they are. Uh-oh. Isn't that weird? We're using Whisper White, thick Whisper White, and the Tropical Oasis designer paper. So this is a little template that I made up. The template I got from one of my fellow demonstrators, and it has 2 by 2 inch pieces of the Tropical Oasis designer paper on it, and then down here at the bottom it has all the coordinating colors. Now you can just leave the words there if you want. You don't have to put the little circles, but I think it adds a really nice visual. And if you don't have this template and you want me to send it to you, just pop me an email at gjmollet@shaw.ca and I will send you the templates for. I only have the templates for the January to June mini catalog. I don't have the one for the annual catalog, but I'm sure one will get made up for the new annual catalog. Okay, so we have a choice of all of these, and I have a strip of this and a strip of this out because that was already cut, and I figured why cut more. Okay, I'm still looking for my dies. I took them all out so that I would have them, and now they've disappeared. Oh my lord. You know what that means? I can't cut anything. Where did they go? Oh, and I thought I was so organized this morning. Maybe. What did I in the world? Like, my craft room is not that big. Honest to goodness, what is going on? It's like somebody stole them. Oh, Lord. Oh, well. Let's just take stuff and put it away where I know that my dies are not. And then I can keep an eye open for them. Okay, we've used that. Don't need that. It's a good thing this one is here. Good morning, Lena. Good morning, Sharon. Who else is on? Madeline's here. Sharon is here. Carmen is here. Lena's here. Yay! So you need to think good thoughts for me, ladies, because I have no idea where those dies have gone. Honest. And I just had them. Okay, now I'm in a flap. Things are going to start going wrong. Okay, so we're going to run this through with this die. This is one of the new Ornate border dies. And I just want to do it on the edge of the... This is Old Olive. This is a piece that is 1.5 by 6.5, and you want it longer than this so that you can cut the excess off and have some nice edges. Whoops, it moved. Hang on. I don't want it to move. And I'm running it through my Big Shot while I'm looking around to see where in the world I put those dies. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of these little bits off of here. And remember, when you do that, don't use your fingers. I just take my other plate and scrape like that. Because if you use your fingers, then you could get shards of Lexan. Okay, so there's that. Isn't that a cute die? Look at that. Right, now I'm going to do the other one. Same way. Just give it a little bendy. Oh, except that there's all those little pieces in there now. And if I don't take them out, then they're not going to cut properly. So just take your pick tool, and 99% of them come out. And then you just have to persuade the odd one to come out. Yeah, still looking. Still looking. Oh, there's Jean. Good morning, Jean. Who else? Yeah, so for those of you who just arrived, I'm having an issue because I took the dies out that we were going to use today and put them on a magnetic sheet, and now I can't find them. They are somewhere. It's bizarre. It's truly, truly bizarre. Okay, so there's the other one. Let's give that a little snip there and there to get the excess off. Now, let's just take our pieces and get them out of the way so I can get rid of all these little bits. I don't know what I did before this take your pick tool. I think it's one of the most used items in my craft room. That, my pokey tool, and my big shot. Okay, garbage gone. Still no sign of my dies. So now we're going to, this is the template that I made up. We're going to take the white pieces and we're going to layer them like this. And I'm not worried about this excess because when we put it onto the card base, those are all going to be cut off. We're going to cut them off to match that, but look how pretty that is. All right, so now let's just see. Let's do a dry run and see what happens. That needs to go. I want to make sure that my designer paper is wide enough. This was just a strip I had already cut, so I haven't done any custom cutting on that one. But I might have to if it's not wide enough. I think it should be all right. We'll try. Okay, so let's put this edge onto that. I'm just going to put some tear and tape on here because it's easier to put tear and tape on something that's straight rather than something that has pointies on it. Got my rabbit ears ready here. Now, I'm going to cover up those dots because I don't want this to be too wide. Oh, I need to take them off because they're creating a hazard. So I'm just lining that up just at the top of those, where those dots are. There we are. Now we'll do the other one. And I made these pieces purposefully long so that I had excess to cut off. Oh, it's not going to be wide enough. Put a little bit more on there. Under the paper with the host code. No, that's my... Oh, good morning, Val. No, that's my my stand where I have my phone. Okay, so this is going to go there, and this is going to go here, just so I make sure I have them on the right edges. Wouldn't that be funny if I screwed that part up? I think it's going to be one of those days. It's a good thing I don't have too much in-depth stuff planned. All right, there we go. I do have one more place to look. Hang on. Nope. Nope. I thought maybe it was... Oh, I found them. So I have this heavy-duty paper trimmer, and I was using it this morning, and it's magnetic. Look where they are. They're on the back of my paper trimmer. Oh, gosh. I found them. Okay, now I feel a little better now. I'm going to put that one on there so I don't lose it. Now, I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to cut it under, like, I don't want it to be right there because there could be a little bit that I don't get it close enough. So I'm just kind of cutting underneath. And then when I get to the tip, and then I go straight. And then we'll be cutting this off too. Now, because this is a die cut, I'm going to just kind of round that a bit. Like that. Okay, now the other side. I'm going to do the same thing. Cut under like this. And then just do a little trimming just so that it looks a little bit better. Okay, there's one done. Ooh, talk about tension released, having found that. Now this one I have to cut here, whoops, as well as here. And then just give it a little roundy twist there. Come on. I want to get my scissors in the right spot there so that I'm not cutting something I shouldn't be cutting. I need my pencil too, because apparently you can see my pencil mark. Okay, so now that's going to go like that. Yay! Eraser. Okay. There we are. Now, this is the card base. So this one goes here on the card base. And this one goes here on the card base. So that I'm going to have to do a little trimming afterwards. And I'm not worried about this up here because we're going to put one of these flowers up there so it kind of covers that mess. Now, what designer paper should I use? We have this one that has a lily pattern. Like that. Or we have this one that has the Bird of Paradise pattern. I'm thinking the lilies. So, input, ladies. Lilies or Bird of Paradise? Let me know what your thoughts are. Meanwhile, I'm going to do some stamping and some die cutting now that I can because I've found the die cuts. Okay, so I have a piece of Whisper White. 2 pieces of Whisper White and a piece, this is Pear Pizzazz. So we're going to do the leaves out of that. So we're going to stamp the flower. I need 3 flowers. Bird is elegant, yes. It might be a bit too dark though. I'm kind of thinking it might be 1, 2, 3. 3 of those. And I'm doing that in Grapefruit Grove because that's one of the colors. That's one of the colors that coordinate with the pattern. Now we also have all these other patterns. So there, I'll leave that there. Maybe you don't want any of them. Maybe you want this one or that one. Not this one, because I don't want it to be masculine. I want it to be feminine. Oops, wrong color. I want to do one of these leaves in Pear Pizzazz. Jean says bird of paradise. Valerie says bird of paradise. Okay, I can't. Have to put this sideways. I can't stamp on top of that because it's got bumps on it. I'm going to try something when I get this die cut. Okay, my die cuts. Get my platform, get rid of all the little bits on the platform. Okay, this one, I'm going to die cut this out, and it produces something that does not have any white all the way around it. So I just want to make sure that that center is in the center there, sort of, if we can make it like that. Then I'm going to cut one of these out of Pear Pizzazz. And I'm thinking I'm going to want two of them. Then we have the flower, once I get it lined up. This should be easy, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't go. There we are. Got it. Oops. Still bird of paradise. Okay. Well, you know, I go with what you guys say. Okay, one of those. And then aloha. I was supposed to save some of that. Here I have a scrap from yesterday's card. I'll do it in green, and then we'll see. Maybe we need to do it in the Grapefruit Grove. Okay, I'm going to run those through now. Creak, crack, crunch. I'm so glad I found my dies. You guys have no idea how stressed I was. Okay, so there's the, take that out of the way. There's the leaf. And just need my pokey tool to pop this one out. Do you know when you're popping leaves and flowers and stuff, if you start down at the stem end, they come out a little bit better because that it's naturally grooved to pull forward like that. So yeah, that's my useless tip for the day. And I'm going to cut another one of those. And there's the aloha. And I'm going to go grab a piece. I'm just getting rid of the bits out of here. I'm going to go grab a piece of Grapefruit Grove and cut another one of those. What other colors in there? Terracotta tile. Maybe we should put it together first, and then we'll decide. Because we might want to, depending on what paper we're using, we might want to pick one of the papers out of the colors out of the paper instead. So if we use the Bird of Paradise one, it has some real red in it, and it has some terracotta tile and some, what else does it have in there? It's quite a few. Okay, there's two of those now. I'll poke it out from the stem end first. There's less chance of ripping if you do it this way too. There we are. So we have two of those, one of those, and I just have to cut one more flower. real, well, not real quick because I don't run my machine real quick, but it'll be what it is. Okay. Those are out of the way. Card. I lost my card there for a sec. Okay, so there's the bottom. There's the top. And we'll just slide this under. Put this on top. Line it up. See, those get lost in there, don't you think? Then we're going to take 1, 2, there's the other one, 3, and we're going to put these little spriggy things. We'll slide one way up and have one longer. Like that. Maybe turn this one a bit. Then Aloha's going to go down here at the bottom. And then, oh, I have to do some coloring on the flowers too. But this, I want to try something. Because you see how it's lighter in there, in here, than that? I want to get a green. I probably should have done this, like done 2 of them, but we'll just pretend that this is the center. So that's light old olive, and see how it's going to create a contrast in there? And this is light granny apple. No, don't like that one. Oh, no, 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 no. Jean, it was a pattern that was shared, one of our demonstrator groups. It was a pattern that was shared by somebody for the base, and then yes, I cut out all the little pieces and put the dots on. They're 1-inch circles. There, that looks kind of cool. Takes away the starkness of that and gives it a little bit of couple of colors and dimension. There we go. Right, we'll stick this up here somewhere. Be there. Now the flowers, I want to try a coloring thing on them. So are you still thinking the bird of paradise? Okay, so I'm going to switch now. I'm going to slide the bird of paradise out because you've had a long time to look at it. And I'm going to slide the floral one in there so you can see the difference. With all the little bits on it. There. Okay, it's not lined up exactly even, but you get the idea. Oops, wrong end. I like using the end. You are still. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in the center of these. Just to see what it looks like. I think, and I'm liking the, gives it, these flowers are a little bit flat for me. They don't have a lot of dimension in the stamped image. So sometimes you have to do something to make it. What do you think? Colored or not colored? Your flowers don't pop anymore. Oh, I see. Okay. I see what you're saying. Then maybe we need to change the color of the swirly thing if we're going to go with the darker one. Maybe the Pretty Peacock. Or I don't like the Real Red. Okay, now if we took Wink of Stella, where are you? Thank you. And colored this. Oh, I was hoping it was going to blend the color a bit. Okay, well, let's finish this because can't have some petals one way and some petals another way. I guess the ink is too dry. But what if we took Grapefruit Grove, put some ink, put the lid on my marker before it gets. If we put some ink on the block and used Wink of Stella to pick some up and do some coloring. I'm just trying to make the flowers not quite so stark. Can you guys see what I'm trying to do here? Just a little bit of color, filling in the color right out to the edge of the flowers. I agree, Jean. I think that DSP is definitely softer, which is my style. I like the softer colors with contrasting darker colors. Now, can you guys see what's happening to this flower here, or is there too much bling? Oops. And you see? I'm not sure I'm liking it. Okay. That's one option. Another option is a dauber. I'll just use this as a dirty paper. Just give it a bit of a color in the center. Yeah, I'm not liking this at all. That's not the look I'm going for, so I need to make another one of those. Okay. What about a blender pen? Yeah, I don't like this flower. It's going in the garbage. A blender pen. Yes, we could try a blender pen. This is fun. I just getting rid of the color on my Winky. Blender pen. Whisper White cardstock. Now I've got ink all over my block. So just let me wipe that off. I just gotta wipe off all this. And put the flower back on there. We'll stamp a few more of those. Okay. Oops, I need this. I probably should have gone and got another block, but I didn't. Okay, ink on a block, blender pen. I don't want it to be too dark. That's kind of cool. Okay, so now something else just popped into my head. Petal Pink. Petal Pink blends. And the dark one. I hear voices again. Or, yeah, I'm still not loving that. Let's just try the Dauber in the center. And in the center. No, I'm thinking this one. Thinking this one, just around the center, not put it out to the edge of the petals. And then maybe, let's see what this looks like. A little bit of yellow in there. Okay, what do you think? Too orangey. Love the pop-ins? What's a pop-in? I want that one. So now we have to make a whole bunch more. Those are all going in the garbage. And then we have to die cut them. Valerie, what's a pop-in? Not understanding. One, two. And you know when you ink up your dauber, you should always daub it off first, because then you get rid of, when you put it down and start doing that, see, you will always have that dark, but if you daub it off first and then do your sponging, then you get nice blended in. Ideas of pop. Oh. Yeah, sometimes they work and a lot of times they don't, but you know, it's all about the process, right? Hey, now you guys have to sit through another session of die cutting once I figure out which way this die goes. Here we are. If I took the time to look at it, it wouldn't take me so long to die cut. And then we'll put some champagne rhinestones in the center because I love them and they're now back in stock. And my supply of them is going to arrive on Monday. So Monday, yes, I asked my UPS dude when he was here yesterday. No, Wednesday he came. if they work on Monday, because it said my parcel was coming Monday, and they do. They have Friday off instead. So I get my supply of rhinestones on Monday. And then I will have, I had a Easter bunny for him, and I've got some left because I was going to, when I went to my seniors group. Okay, this is not looking right. Have I not got it in the right spot? Oh well. When I was doing my seniors groups on Wednesday morning, we were going to make a little treat box, and I had already purchased all the bunnies for them to put in their treat box. But of course, that's all canceled now. So yeah, I think I'm going to override you, Val. I think I want to put this one in. The other one is just too dark. We can make a second one and use different ripply things in there. Okay. Not that I want to override you, but I want to override you. I know I'm bad. I'm putting tape on so we can attach it to our designer paper. Now, I want to put some, take off this liner here. Come on. I just want to put some down this way. Okay, I'm liner challenged today, apparently. Time is it? Oh, 11:15 already. Holy Aunt Jemima. Time flies when you're having fun in the craft room. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this one. One of my neighbors is out there cutting his lawn. I can hear the lawnmower. Hit 22 here yesterday. It was amazing. Okay. Oh, I know why I'm so liner challenged, because I cut all my fingernails off. There we go. Now we kind of have to do this on the card. So, rabbit ear happening, please. I have no idea what's happening out there. I hear weird noises. Just not unusual. Okay. That way. That way. Get this one. Put it on here. Make sure that that's going to work. See, I'm not up far enough. It's got to go up. This one is tricky because it's quite narrow. Okay, it's going down. It's going down. Yeah. So, uh-oh. 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 Come on, let go. Thank you. It's got to pull out the liner out of, because it folded itself over. And then this one broke. But it's all right. Not to panic. There we are. Now, I've got this happening here, so I'm just going to put the liner back so that it doesn't stick when I don't want it to stick. But I need a little piece of removable adhesive so I can put this where it needs to be and it's not going to move on me. We are. Now, turn that around so I can work with it. This one is going to go up here. Oh, and you know what? Same thing is going to happen. Isn't it? Going to have sticky issues. So I'm just going to lightly press so I can pull it up again. There we go. And pull. Where's my silicone mat? Come on. There, now we're not going to stick to the paper. Pull that up. Push that down. We went with a lot of your ideas yesterday. Go with mine today. Okay, now we're going to put this... Oh, this is where I wasn't sure whether I was going to... No, this was where I was thinking of popping it up. But you know, I forgot. Yeah, I don't want to pop it up. Okay. I thought it would be cool to pop it up over top of the designer paper. Put a row of dimensionals along here before we put the paper on. But yeah, I forgot. And I'm not going back to do that because it's all stuck. And it needs to remain stuck. Because if I start unsticking everything, we'll be here for 4 hours. Lift that liner a bit. Maybe. I think I got a bit carried away with the nail file. This is just not working. There we are. I have an issue. I can do my own nails. I don't go somewhere and have my nails done, so I'm not worrying about that. But I have an issue with my hair. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do. I can't use that as the rabbit ear because it's going to be underneath the designer paper, and I haven't cut that off yet. So we'll have to be strategic in our rabbit ears. So I don't know what I'm going to do about my hair. It does not do well when it gets longish. However, maybe a whole new look for me by the time this is all over. I'm just lining this up exactly with the card base. And we'll pull the rabbit ears off. Gently pull the rabbit ears off. Yay! They all came. Awesome. Okay, now I'm going to cut off the excess designer paper. So I'm going to try, see how that's got a nice little scallopy thing happening there. So I'm just going to try not to cut that off. There we are. And this one this way, and it's got the same thing. It's got that little scallopy thing happening. There. Ta-da! Awesome job. Look at that. And that's a little off there, but yeah, I'll let it go. I'll let it go. Okay, so we're going to put one here. See, there I am. I don't know what that was, and I'm not looking. It was a text message from somebody. I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the back, and I made it too long, so I'm just going to, I don't want it to be, I want to be able to push things underneath. So that one is going to go there, flat. This one is going to go here, here, flat. This one's going up on dimensional. Come on. That one's going to go up on a dimensional like that. And then we have that cool leaf that we did that can go in, slip in behind there, behind those two. And then we have these two fronds, and one of them I'm just going to make a little bit shorter. I don't have to put it up so high up underneath things. We'll put that one like that. And it's a little bit different color, so it's not blending in with that scallopy thing we made. And then this one I want to leave nice and long. Like that. You feeling it? You digging it? What do you think? Now, while I go and assemble those, you guys need to be thinking about this aloha. Because I could pull out terracotta tile might look good because it's in there. I'm thinking the Grapefruit Grove would be too wouldn't be dark enough. So, okay, let's put, come here, leaf, put a tombow on the leaf. Put it right about, that's where it was, right? What was there, that one? That'll do. Okay, now this one, same thing. It's a little bit of tombow. And I usually slide these in after I put the flowers on, because then I know what placement. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take that end off. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to be a little bit more free-flowing. Okay, one flower, 2 flowers, 3 flowers. That needs to come out a little bit. This one needs to turn a little bit. There we go. Okay. That one we'll put down. So I had yesterday, oh, it's not sticking. Yesterday I had my first online class and it went really well. We made 2 Grace's Garden cards. That one should be underneath. Like that. We did 2 Grace's Garden cards and I made them along with the ladies and it worked really, really well. Thanks, Jean. Thanks, Carmen. Thanks, Valerie. I appreciate you guys joining me. I know sometimes it's painful to watch me through these processes of things that happen or don't happen. Where did we say we were going to put that flower? Right there, right? Sure. That looks good. Yeah, so the class went really well. I did it via Zoom, so everybody could interact with everybody and we could share what our projects look like. And then after the Zoom is over, and while the Zoom is happening, I'm recording it. So after the Zoom is over, I upload it to YouTube and do it unlisted, and then people that attend the class get a link for the YouTube video so they can go in and watch it again if they want to. These are champagne rhinestones, which are right now my favorite rhinestones. I love them. Nope, too small. Need a medium. So I did 1 big and 2 medium ones. Look at that. Isn't that an amazing card. And it's such an easy technique. Yes, that's true, Valerie. They were delayed, but only till Monday. Some of my customers have been waiting since February. I think they went back ordered. Yes, back ordered, hopefully shipping on Monday. Okay, aloha in that. Now let me get a piece of terracotta tile. Terracotta tile, where are you? And I'll cut the aloha out in terracotta tile. But now that I see the whole card together, I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being the old olive. And isn't it nice to be able to make a card that says hello and send it off at this point in what the world is at? And it's not just Canada or the States, it's the entire world that's having these issues. Well, what do you think? Green or terracotta tile? You can think about it while we stamp the inside and the envelope. So I'm going to stamp the inside with that same flower if I can find it. And Grapefruit Grove. Move some of my mess aside. Oh, hi Carla. Thank you. Thanks, Valerie. I think it turned out okay-dokay. All right. Get my dirty paper out here. Are you still thinking about the aloha? Need to let me know. Okay, so this is a hot dog oriented card. There we are. At my sponge, wherever it went. A little color in the center. There we are. Now it's going on a card base. Look, watch what I'm going to do. Ah, I'm sponging! That's 2 days in a row I've sponged. Green, orange. I know. Oh, look, I made a blob. Where did that come from? Bizarre. Bizarre. Okay. I know, Carmen. Talk about scary. Outside of my comfort zone. And I remembered to stamp on the non-X side of my inside piece today. So I don't even have to erase any X's. Sometimes it works. The brain functions. So I'm not going to take the time to do the envelope. The envelope will be the same as the inside piece. All right, so I'm putting this in, and then we need to figure out what color we're doing for the aloha. Yeah, I have no idea where that smudge came from, but that doesn't matter. It's inside, and I'm letting it go. There we go. Green or terracotta tile? No, I don't like this because when you look at the card, your eye is drawn immediately to that. Whereas if I use this, then it's the same color pattern. That pattern, yeah, this is too far. No. Okay, going with Aloha. This would have been a good time to have a piece of what's that stuff called? Adhesive sheet on there. Maybe I'll have time to do the envelope while this is drying. Because if I put this on like this, there's going to be glue everywhere. Okay, let's just let that dry. I'll grab an envelope. And we'll stamp the envelope. Dirty paper. Get Aloha out of the way. There we go. Hi Sharon. Yep, green it is. Gonna be green. Gonna be green. I love this Timeless Tropical Bundle. And it goes so well with the, what was that other one called? Tropical Chic. Which is where all the leaves came from. This bundle has leaves too, but they're smaller. There we are. Envelope done. Rid of all that mess over there. Get rid of this. That and that. And now we'll just put the Aloha, because see, now they've turned to clear. Well, almost clear. And when you put them down, they don't smush. Right there. There we go. Dunsky. What do you think? Pretty? I think so too. So, do you guys want me to post in the comments the recipes for these cards as I'm making them? Or can you follow along with the video enough? Just leave me a comment and let me know if you'd like the recipe. I can always do that. And I've uploaded yesterday's card to YouTube, so don't have to go searching for that. Don't forget my ordering special. And you know what I can do for you, those of you that are watching the videos, if you place the order, and I'll send you the Peaceful Poppy elements, but I will also send you a kit to make this. So just to note, the designer paper may not be the same, but I'll send you a piece of designer paper and I'll send you some cardstock, and this will be die cut, and then you can use the elements and do something for your sentiment, and you could have the card, because these are all the elements, right? Yeah, so for those of you that watch my videos, make a mention that you watched the video and you saw the extra free stuff that you could get. So there's my host code. There's my email address if you'd like to drop me an email. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Easter weekend. I'm thinking I won't be back on Monday morning because it is a holiday, but you never know. I might pop in. I will warn you ahead of time. This morning I completely forgot to warn everybody that I was coming on. So I'm glad you could make it. With the video would be great. Oh, okay, I can do that. So thanks everybody for joining me, and thank you for your comments. I love interacting with you as I'm making these things. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Stampin' smiles, and bye for now.